Now Callum is really, really friendly, so if you all want to pick up your hands, give Callum a wave to say hello. He is going to say hi back. Now Callum is a very interesting character because he does like fish. That is a really good reward for him. But one thing he likes more than anything on this planet is you guys. So if Callum does anything good, anything at all, Callum, what do you want them to do? That's exactly how you make him a very happy little boy. Now with the help of Callum today, we are going to clear up a few things about him. The first thing that we are going to do is teach you what kind of animal you are looking at. Now it sounds like a silly question. We're in the Sea Lion Theatre, in a sea lion show, we're looking at a sea lion. But you would not believe how many people walk through our doors, go, there's a sea lion show in there. Do you want to come see the seals? We don't have any seals, they're a different animal. So if you did come to see a seal today, firstly we're very sorry, we don't have any. But seals and sea lions do get confused all the time. Now don't worry, we've had him called other things as well. People have called Callum a dolphin, a whale, an otter, a penguin, and my personal favourite, I've had 3 different adults think that that animal is a seagull. Now he's definitely not a seagull, we don't need an explanation for that one, but we're going to show you the differences between a seal and a sea lion. Now the first difference is actually the size of their flippers, so we're going to get a bit of help from you guys for this. If you're an adult, stick one hand up in the air and wave it around like you just don't care. Nicely done. Now have a look at the size of your adult hand. Show it to any boys and girls you might be with. If you're not with kids, you have my blessing to shove your hand in another adult's face. Because that is about the same size as a seal's flipper. Which is good, it's a good size, until you compare it to Callum's massive flipper. Woo! Now Amy, you think it's huge, but the audience have clearly seen bigger. We're going to try again. Remember, they're the biggest flippers I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at the size of these fat boys! Yes! Now, of course, it is not the size of your flippers that's important. It's what you can do with them. And a sea lion can swim at speeds of up to 25 miles an hour, whereas a seal can only go about 8. Sea lions can also jump pretty high as well, and you can give them all a big cheer to say well done. Now that difference is really obvious if the sea lion is waving its flippers in your face, but typically when they're out in the wild, all you're going to see is their head poking out of the water, and what you're going to be looking for is if you can see earlobes or not. Either side of Callum's head, he has got teeny tiny sticky out ears. They're very cute, very Shrek-like, but they'll show you he is a sea lion. Now seals do have ears as well, but all you can see from the outside is a tiny hole on either side of their head. So if you can see through the flame of the erupting volcano, Callum definitely does have earlobes. Now the last difference is most obvious when these animals come up onto land. Now they spend a good amount of time on land. Seals and sea lions just move differently. So Callum, we don't have any seals here, but you do a pretty good impression of one. They kind of move like a giant slug. There you go. Now they move like this because firstly, they've got tiny little front flippers, and secondly, their hip joint is fixed in place. They cannot tuck it underneath their body, which means they can't walk on all fours. Whereas Callum can tuck his flippers underneath his body. So on land, he walks up on all fours. If he wants to, he can run faster than any of us humans. He can jump. And Callum, one thing sea lions are really, really good at is climbing. So you'll climb onto rocks, onto piers. Everyone wants to get the best sunbathing spot. Now the sun, tragically, has gone behind a cloud, but your favourite sunbathing spot is the top of that tower. So what we're going to do is you're going to tuck all your flippers under your body. Not you, hopefully Callum. Callum's going to tuck all